The Oilers go home and channel that rowdy Edmonton crowd. They get a game back. The series is now 2-1. There were glimpses of last year's Edmonton Oilers, that great team that made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final in Game 7. They were fast. They were dialed in. It looked like Oilers hockey. They capitalized on the power play, but the Kings showed a lot of resolve. They came back multiple times. This was the most Edmonton Oilers Los Angeles Kings game I have ever seen. This series is incredibly wild. I'm glad it's close. And I told you Edmonton would take it in the third game. When you end up going home and you get that home ice advantage, it becomes big. Edmonton turned to Calvin Pickard, left Stuart Skinner on the bench. Did it help? Well, they won the game, but only shaky part to the Oilers game tonight was the goaltending. The team defense of Edmonton has always been so-so, and I don't say that to knock Edmonton because Edmonton uses turnovers, goalie saves, and rebounds in the defensive zone into transition and into offense. This series has always been about the Oilers' speed, the Oilers' transition game, and the Oilers' power play against the LA Kings and their ability to control the puck in the offensive zone, shut that down, and play team defense. Well, now I think we have a big answer to a question we had in this series. How important is home ice advantage, especially if you're LA? It's huge. That's a hard building to play in LA. But you know what else is a hard building to play in? Edmonton. Let's go ahead and break down all the absolute banana sandwich craziness from this game. And if you want to get in the conversation, join our Discord. The link is down below if you want to talk hockey with some nutty Oiler and Kings fans. The Nuge, Hyman, Bouchard, McDavid, all out there. Bouchard gets the line, makes the cross ice dump in here. We call this a soft dump. Ha ha ha. Let's all laugh at the term. And everybody's going in. They're looking up in the air. It's a straight line from Zach Hyman. He gets in. McDavid, just absolutely tactical, like an assassin out there. One of the best players, if not the best player in the world. Nathan McKinnon might have something to say about that. Causes this turnover, taking an absolutely beautiful angle at the puck, and the Oilers outnumber them 3-2. They make a turnover, and this is Oilers hockey. This is what we are missing. When you work hard, pucks tend to end up on your stick, and it's finally ending up on the stick of Connor McDavid. He absolutely leans in, changes direction. Zach Hyman cleans it up. Nuge knows exactly what to do, goes to the front of the net. He doesn't miss. Bang, 1-0 Oilers. Stay out of the box if you want to beat the Oilers. That is conventional wisdom here. Draisaitl is so big and so strong. Just look at him battle Kopitar here for this play. Kopitar would go on to complain. He's going to call a couple plays like this interference. He thinks he was interfered with on here. Bouchard ends up getting the puck on the back of his stick. And you know what? Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But that is the playoffs. He ends up throwing him to the side. Bouchard steps in. Absolute howitzer and cannon. Big screen in front of the net. Kemper doesn't like that either. And to that I say tough. And you all know how I feel about the Oilers. Moving on. It's the playoffs. Playoff hockey is sometimes the guys that can bend and break the rules the best. Great job by Draisaitl getting Kopitar off his game. Great job getting bodies in front of Kemper. 2-0 Oilers. Kempe ties this one up. It's the big three. It's Kempe, it's Kopitar, it's Doughty. And this starts the train. This is the most Oilers-Kings thing I have ever seen. It's going to be 3 unanswered goals by the Kings. Kopitar doing it well at 37 years old, carrying that puck from behind the net. Drew Doughty breaking down hard. He's no spring chicken himself. Quick little wide pass here over to Doughty. And then the Oilers just bad gap. I mean, defense isn't always their specialty. And again, bit of a chirp, but it really isn't. Lots of goals go in this way. Doughty's going to be able to get that line basically uncontested here at this point. Like, sure, he finally steps up now, but it's a little too late to get the gap here. And this is why they miss Elcombe so much. I mean, he's their shutdown guy, but you got to have more than one in the playoffs. Kopitar is going to do exactly what he has to do, and that's drive to the net. But take a look at this gap. I mean, that's absolutely gross. We don't have a stick in the lane here at all. We're just turning. But, I mean, the big three from the Kings, they're going to exploit this. Happened all series. Doughty ends up holding up, He finally moves it over. He just waits him out. They end up passing him. Bouchard's no good there. Once again, Nurse is, I don't know, just down low. Whatever. Kempe steps in, fires a rocket over Pickard. 2-1. Fiala, Kempe, Kopitar here on the power play. The puck ends up leaving the zone. There's only 17 seconds left. They end up exiting it. Edmonton gets caught in a little bit of confusion. It's a drop pass here to the corner. And this is just far too much time. They just step in and rip a shot over Pickard. I mean, there's just not much to say there. It's a great shot, but eventually a goalie somewhere wearing an Oilers uniform needs to make a save like this. You can't keep racing teams to 7 and hope to win, but the win did happen tonight. So I don't know if Pickard's the answer. I think they'll stick with him. I don't know if they'll go back to Stewart. They won one, so I think you would stick with Pickard. That's what I would do, but somebody really has to step up and start making a big save. And before you lambaste me in the comments, actually go for it. Lambaste me in the comments. It's the goalie's job to make a save. Team defense matters, but goaltending also matters. It's why you pay them. When your defense fails, you need a goalie to stop a puck. You equally need defense to support your goalie, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're just talking about stealing a couple, taking a couple goals off the board. Skinner, Pickard, stand up. Your NHL goaltenders, find a way to help your team. Power play again. Doughty is going to be the guy this time. Ends up moving the puck up here. And it's the old pass back, the bump back. Doughty moves it up to get the puck back himself. Ends up carrying into the zone. Soon as Doughty crosses the line, it's a quick little bump over, and he moves towards the front of the net. Old man still got it. He ends up getting open. That puck goes up to the top. Doughty is still circling. He's trying to find his position. He's trying to find his spot here. But good players will find soft spots. Doughty finds himself right back where he belongs, which is at the top. So the man who started the play into the zone, carried the puck, made a bumper pass back to himself, entered the zone, gets it to the top. It's a quick little snapshot through traffic. That one goes in. 3-2 Edmonton. And anytime you get a shot from the point like that that's heavily screened, usually not on the goalie. If the goalie can see it, they have a chance to stop it. They can't see it, they don't have a chance to stop that. 3-2, and I love hard forechecks here. It's the Connor Brown goal. They end up getting first on the puck. That's absolutely critical. You got to win forechecks, and sometimes you got to have your depth players step up. You're not feeling great if you're Edmonton here. The crowd is going loud. You had a 2-0 lead. You've given it up. The sign of champions are teams that are going to battle back. Evander Kane picks up the puck. Nice little skilled play. Throws it to the middle of the net. It's Connor Brown on the doorstep. How you doing? How's your mutta? Puts it in the back of the net behind Darcy Kemper. You don't need the big three to do everything. You just need the depth guys to show up at the right time, and they did there. But then 9 seconds later, off a draw, and unfortunately for some reason on Sportsnet, the clip's not available right now, so I can't break it down. It's Trevor Moore, one-handed, sick goal, ends up putting it through Calvin Pickard. And I gotta tell you, that feels like an absolute dagger. The fans haven't even realized the puck has dropped yet. The guys who are outside the stadium cheering at Rogers Place, they haven't even figured out it's going in. The flags are waving, everything's going, and Trevor Moore silences the crowd really quickly. I mean, how many times is Trevor Moore going to do this to you? Depth, LA Kings, it's 4-3. But like I said, hallmark of champions is the ones that can come back. And Edmonton does it. They answer the bell. It's 2 unanswered. Technically 4, but the 2 that matter end up winning the game. 97, McDavid turns it over at the line. 4 Kings in his way. Don't matter. Connor McDavid. The puck moves into the corner and McDavid does it himself. Little stick check in, reaches around, picks it up, moves that puck over to his line mate, Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl is going to move it from low to high. It's at this point in time, a shot is put from that low to high pass on the net. And you know what? Sometimes just get greasy, get ugly, get towards the net, put it in. It's a scramble in front. There's a whole bunch of things going on. That puck works from one side of the net all the way around to the other side. Favorable puck bounces. But remember, favorable puck bounces are generated by working hard in hockey. That puck ends up right back in the middle of the cluster, and it's Evander Kane who puts it in. It's wild. They go to see if there's a kicking motion. There's a challenge. There's a whole bunch of video reviews on this, but the bottom line is it's a good goal and it stands. Tie game, 2 minutes left. Bouchard, part of the big three. Edmonton wins the draw. It's Bouchard who carries himself at the line. And frankly, I think that's just way too passive by the LA Kings. You can't have 1, 2, 3 creating such a gap. The defenseman just gets to trot in. And I mean, he literally trots in. Like, there is almost no sense of urgency here. That's fine. I'm not knocking Bouchard. Like, look at this. Dun, 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 dun. I'll take it. It's drop pass, and Bouchard ends up driving the net. It's Leon Draisaitl who is given way too much time and space because of those defensemen gapping up. And to me, this is LA playing not to lose and Edmonton playing to win. He moves it right over with an absolute beautiful pass. He's a great goal scorer. He's a great passer. He is Leon Draisaitl, master of the skip the dishes commercials. Bouchard puts it in behind Kemper, and that is all she wrote. There are 2 more empty net goals. I mean, why not? You're going to try. It really felt like Edmonton had this game. They outshot them. It was 31-23 at this time. And then the shots, kind of piled up after that. But really, this was the dagger to make it 5-4. It's a huge morale boost for that team to know they can do it because LA was just having their way with them. Edmonton was getting close, but they were shooting themselves in the foot. Their best players were on for almost every goal for and every goal against. I mean, this is going to play with you. It plays with your emotions. So it's good to see the Edmonton Oilers getting back to Oiler hockey. The bounces went their way because they skated hard and they made the bounces go their way. LA played a really good game on the road. If you're a Kings fan, you have nothing to worry about. If you're the Kings, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Short-term memory, you got to go back to what works. But is this going to play in the mind of the Kings? The Oilers have owned them for the last 3 years. It's been Oilers, Oilers, Oilers in the last 3. So now that there's a crack in the armor for LA, are they going to let this get to them? Is Edmonton going to use this as a springboard and momentum to make it back to the Stanley Cup Finals? You guys let me know down below in the comments. We'll catch you for 4.